God has declared that this is a critical time for you, and every breath you take is enveloped in heavenly protection. According to God, Archangel Michael is present near you with a sword of light, not to scare you, but to protect you from the illusions that seek to deceive you.
So,
God informs you that this message is intended solely for you, and that He has been waiting for the right moment to reveal the events that have occurred behind your back. God informs you that your heart has been yearning for clarity, and heaven has provided it to you. Remember this, God says, and Archangel Michael urges you to immediately open your spirit, because the message you are about to receive has been delayed for an inordinate amount of time. Your mother has been secretly weeping, and God says she is more knowledgeable than you realize. Today, her tears carry a message from heaven. According to God, your journey was unlike any other. In the darkness, there were movements from people who should have held your hand but didn't, spiritual storms that tried to break you, and battles going on all around you that you were unaware of. According to God, He saw everything. According to God, He was watching over you every second of your life, even when you felt alone. He noticed your bravery as you went. He noticed you staying awake at night, contemplating your obligations, your family, and the pain you bear in silence, even when you were frail. God claims that He chose to communicate with you now because you are ready to hear the information that heaven has withheld from you. God says your mother's heart has been silently fighting. However, she has not told you about her weeping because she is aware of something you are not. She is not vulnerable, as evidenced by her tears. They are present to protect you. She is capable of sensing a spiritual force that you have not seen directly. Mothers experience pain before their children. God also claims that she has acted as a barrier between you and a spiritual peril that attempted to approach. She kept her emotions hidden so you wouldn't be alarmed. Again, she didn't want you to be as concerned as she was, so she didn't share any information. However, heaven did not stay silent. Despite the fact that you were unaware of her emotional state, heaven heard every tear she shed and prayer she said for you. God informs her that the truth she knows will not harm her. It is intended to keep you safe. Something important to you has failed to meet her expectations. There is someone who appears concerned, but their true intentions are very different. She is hesitant to disrupt the peace with you, so she is unsure how to notify you. She weeps because the truth has had such a profound emotional impact on her. God has expressed His desire to relieve your burden today so that your mother does not have to weep silently. He wants to convey a message to you. According to God, speaking the truth will not have any negative consequences. It will liberate you. It will improve your ability to perceive clearly and strengthen you. It will show who really supports you and who doesn't. God instructs you to avoid fear. Nothing will go wrong when you're present. Right now, paradise surrounds you. Archangel Michael is now fully responsible for your safety. That is accurate. God said that because of His presence, darkness could not engulf you. You are secure. You will remain unharmed. You're surrounded by security personnel. God instructs you to keep an open heart, pray, and believe in Him, because the information He is about to impart will benefit your future. Before we proceed, I'd like you to do something that causes the heavens to flow. I respectfully request that you click the like button as the weight of these words settles in your spirit. Not as a simple act, but as a spiritual awakening. By clicking the like icon, you are indicating to heaven that you agree with the message God is sending. You are facilitating the entry of God's blessings into your life. This acts as a marker, a point of connection, and a declaration that you are receiving the blessings spoken over your life. Press it now to experience the transformation. Press it immediately to see how heaven responds to your presence. A new era has begun in your existence. During this time, hidden truths will be revealed, and your mother's sorrow will be replaced with a sense of peace and relief. If you haven't already, I believe now is the time to subscribe to this channel. Subscribing to a channel allows you to do more than just monitor. The goal is to align with the prophetic outpouring that God is releasing. By clicking the subscribe icon, you confirm that you want to receive consistent revelations from God. You're expressing your desire to stay engaged with the content you're sharing. I am determined to keep my alignment with the prophetic promises you have made about my existence. Immediately carry out the action. According to God, there is one person about whom your mother has been concerned. Click the subscribe button to stay informed about the things that Paradise is giving up. It appeared to her that something was wrong, whether through sight or sound. She is hesitant to assign blame until she has evidence, but she is certain that there is a mistake. According to God, she was justified in following her instincts. Her spirit detected someone who was dishonest, envious, or hiding a secret plan. According to God, this person has been conversing with two different voices at the same time. One voice is present in front of you, while another is present behind. According to God, they are more concerned with your possessions than your identity. They are concerned or envious of you as they consider your potential, blessings, future, and destiny. God claims that they pretended to help you in the past, but their souls are now focused on something else. Your mother saw the signs, according to God. She noticed differences in their temperament, body language, and tone of voice. She felt a chilly, unsettling sensation in their vicinity. She asked God to protect you in her prayers. She wept because she did not want you to feel betrayed, disappointed, or in pain. God claims that she had a spiritual experience long before she could perceive it. The upcoming events are always visible to the mother's emotions. According to God, this is the source of her unrest. This is why she has been unable to sleep soundly. That is why her heart has been heavy. But God wants you to know that every tear she shed and every prayer she whispered was heard and reached God's throne. God informs you that your life is about to undergo a significant transformation. The truth that your mother has sensed will be revealed in the near future to ensure your safety and avoid harm. According to God, something that has been hidden will soon be revealed. A disguise will be released. A discussion will help to clarify the situation. A situation reveals an individual's true intentions. God says, this is not a form of punishment. This ensures your safety. It's not a loss. This is the essence of freedom. It is not detrimental. This is good for your future. God's intention is to prepare your heart now so that you won't be surprised when the truth is revealed. As you stand there, Archangel Michael advises you to remain calm, grounded, and connected to prayer. He claims that heaven gradually allows you to see, allowing you to move forward without fear. He tells you that you're not alone. You're not left to your own devices. You are not at risk. Heaven is keeping an eye on you. You are being invited to participate in heaven as you read this. You do not listen to this message passively. You are being asked to participate in God's actions. Please add these words to the remarks section. This safeguard has been granted to me. Execute it with great passion, not just with your fingers. Distinguish it. Accept it. According to God, your mother knows the truth about an action or conversation that was carried out or discussed with another person without your knowledge. Money, trust, relationships, or an individual's reputation may be at risk. An individual attempted to change circumstances in order to influence you, but they were foiled by God. It was stopped by God. Before anything bad could happen in your life, God intervened. That is why He promises you that there will be no complications. He isn't just relieving your distress. He is proclaiming a truth from the heavens. He kept a threat from reaching you, which is why you are safe. According to God, your mother was unable to express the message she wanted to convey to you. There is no reason for concern about her. She did not want you to place your trust in her at an inappropriate time. She believed that remaining silent would help her maintain her composure, but it actually made her emotions heavier. As God instructs her, the time has come to elevate her spirit. Heaven is preparing to tell you the truth in a gentle manner at the appropriate time. Your mother's weeping were prayers of sorrow, and God declares that she loves you deeply. God notifies them that their petitions have been acknowledged. The Bible says that God is currently touching your mother's heart. He is helping her develop resilience, comfort, and tranquility. He is evaporating her hidden emotions, causing her to feel relieved. He has sent angels to protect her because she has been bearing this burden alone for an inordinate amount of time. God promises that you will see her transformation. Her health will likely improve in the near future. Her anxiety will ease. She will experience less tension. Heaven is easing the burden on her soul. According to God, the truth she is aware of will eventually reach you in a unique way. There will be no pandemonium or shock. When it arrives, there will be a feeling of clarity and comprehension. It will reveal who is genuinely loyal and who is not. Individuals who are open will be able to reveal the person behind their expressions. It will astound you while also providing you with fortitude. According to God, it will not lead you astray from your destiny, but rather propel you forward. Your mother wept for fear that you would be hurt, but God assures us that she is unable to reach you. He will not let betrayal destroy you. He will not let deception influence the course of your life. It is claimed that He has built a barrier around your heart, mind, home, relationships, and finances. He assures you that you are fine. It can be found almost anywhere. You are completely safe from injury. God promises a blessing in the end. There has been a long period of anticipation for an important event. Something that will significantly impact your life. According to Him, the removal of the truth now allows this blessing to enter your life effortlessly. God informs you that you must be able to see clearly, trust wisely, and move without fear in the next phase of your life. God wants you to pray from the depths of your being this evening. This is due to confidence, not dread. He claims to be with you. He claims to be looking after your mother. He insists that your future is secure. He assures you that no adverse events will occur. He claims that all hidden information will be revealed in a cautious and thoughtful manner. He informs you that you were chosen by heaven and are being carried. God desires that you have an intimate relationship with Him, pray to Him, and believe in Him. Everything you require is available. You will understand all of the information that is required. Your mother's tears are currently being addressed by heaven. Archangel Michael, who stands beside this message with a dazzling sword of light, informs you that it is extremely important and is intended solely for you. He encourages you to read every word because the events around you are more profound than your eyes can perceive. Archangel Michael is instructing you to fully embrace this moment because it is not a coincidence, accident, or random thought. Your family, particularly your mother, has been under the watchful eye of someone in paradise. That is why these words were delivered to you. God insists that it is not because of your mother's weakness or lack of fortitude. She has been weeping behind your back in order to avoid placing her burden on you. She understands a concept that she has not disclosed to anyone. She has felt a sensation in her spirit and has been saying a silent prayer about it. The prayer is so quiet that it is not audible through the walls of her home. God claims to have witnessed her weeping throughout the night. She quickly wipes away her emotions so that no one sees them. Tears flow from a place of love, fear, and safety in silence. This is the information that God desires you to have. Your mother has been deeply troubled by the realization that she is spiritually aware that something is wrong in your presence but unable to express it. She has been hesitant to tell you the whole truth because it may make you feel scared, disappointed, or overwhelmed. She has been keeping this pain close to her heart, praying that God would intervene and keep her from saying things that could rock your world. Today, God stated that He is coming forward because the era of secrecy has ended. Your mother is aware of a sensation that she felt before anyone else. She can tell when someone in your vicinity is emitting negative energy, when someone smiles to hide their true interests, or when someone's words fail to convey their true intent. She was not interested in making you feel ill. In her quiet prayers, she has asked God to protect you, open your senses, and remove the negative individuals who stand in your way without causing you harm. His words, gentle echoes, reverberated all night, eventually reaching him. This is the reason you are receiving this message right now. This is why Archangel Michael is remaining steadfast and urging you to stay alert and not rush through this moment. Events taking place include divine timing, divine revelation, and divine protection. According to Archangel Michael, your mother intuitively sensed or discovered something that was once insignificant but has since grown. She noticed an illogical pattern, including a strange change in the individual's voice, an unusual decision, and a shift in their behavior. She noticed that someone in your vicinity, in whom you had placed some trust, was not spiritually compatible with you. She perceived the threat first, before you did. She saw the signs, observed the movement of events in a way that made her uneasy, and rather than express her concern to you, she bore it alone. She did not want you to believe that she was interfering. She did not want you to feel in control. She merely wanted you to be safe, protected by God, and surrounded by goodness. According to God, your mother's spirit is more sensitive than she realizes. Although she may not express all of her thoughts publicly, her intuition is formidable. She can detect the vibrations around you. She is aware of the impending arrival of a benediction and the beginning of an attack. Your existence has been safeguarded by a shield she has built over the years, as she has prayed that you be surrounded by angels. However, God assures us that we are not alone, even when we feel isolated. Your mother's silent weeping has created a spiritual barrier, preventing you from being affected by a variety of unknown dangers. According to God, you have been preoccupied with various activities, attempting to manage everything on your own without realizing that your mother has been fighting a spiritual battle alongside you. She has noticed the tension, exhaustion, and internalized heaviness you carry. She has noticed your outward fortitude, despite the fact that you are internally fraying. She has seen you exit the door with courage, unaware of the extent of spiritual warfare that God has prevented from impeding your progress. She sensed a shadowy entity approaching you and wept because she couldn't warn you without terrifying you. According to the Archangel Michael, each tear your mother shed sent a signal to heaven, summoning angels and activating divine protection. She wept because she loved you and sensed a threat that you didn't see, and God is now revealing that threat. It may not be as significant as it appears, but it is important enough that God made you aware of it. Someone in your vicinity, pretending to be concerned and supportive, has been observing your movements with envy, speaking disparagingly about you behind your back, and attempting to understand your vulnerabilities. Your mother detected it. Even when they were beaming, she could see through them. She felt uneasy in her spirit, which caused her to weep. According to God, you will not be hurt. He repeats this assertion with conviction. You won't have any complications. The divine promise guarantees your safety and protection. He wants you to understand why your mother is sobbing quietly. She carries emotional burdens for those she loves. She absorbs the energies around her. Even before the facts are revealed, she feels the weight of situations. She doesn't cry because she lost. She weeps because of her spiritual awareness. Your mother understands that you are deserving of God's peace, happiness, and abundance. She understands that you are destined for blessings that will outweigh your past, fears, and challenges. However, she also suspects that someone or something is envious of your radiance. She has observed the indicators, fluctuations, and minor discrepancies in individuals' behavior. She avoided making any accusations without evidence, trusting God to reveal the truth. And today God has declared that He will reveal it through this message. Archangel Michael informs you that your mother's sorrows have not been in vain. They have been transformed into divine clarity, protection, and miracle seedlings. At this time, I'd like you to consider someone who requires this message. This person's mother has been secretly weeping, and they need to know that heaven is collecting their tears. God intends to use you as a vessel to deliver this innovation to another person. Share this video. Send it. Post it. When you speak prophetically, you activate a greater level of anointing in your own life. When you help others have an epiphany, it happens faster. Immediately click share to become a conduit for heaven's revelation. God has observed every tear that has fallen. He has them in His possession. He turned them into divine intervention, guidance, and fortitude. This is why you are safe, even when you believe danger is imminent. That is why you persist even when others predict your downfall. This is why blessings follow you, even when others try to stop you. I am currently experiencing the presence of paradise with great intensity, and I am confident that you are too. This is the time to capture the work that God is doing in your spirit. I'd like you to leave a comment in the comments section. My senses are being stimulated. Let these 3 words serve as a declaration to heaven that you are ready to reveal what has been hidden. According to God, your mother wanted to communicate with you but was unable to do so. She was concerned that you would fail to understand her. She was concerned about appearing authoritative or nervous. Her intention was not to cause you any inconvenience, but this is the message she wanted to convey. Be cautious. Ensure the preservation of your vitality. Your success is not universally celebrated. She was genuinely moved by it. She was aware of the issue. She chose to pray rather than speak, believing that God would resolve the situation. God, according to Him, has resolved the matter. According to God, anyone who intends to harm you has already been spiritually barred. Their plans were unsuccessful. Their comments are now meaningless. Their authorization has been revoked. You were unaware there was a problem until God intervened. Your mother's prayers had an impact on heaven that you cannot comprehend. He claims that if you were aware of the many dangers that your mother's tears have averted, you would be more grateful for her silent fortitude. Your mother has worked tirelessly to protect your future, declares Archangel Michael. She has been praying for your success, relationships, health, and ability to handle your finances. God has instructed her to eliminate anyone who does not genuinely care about her. Her tears were caused by seeing you put your faith in the wrong people, believe the wrong promises, and trust the wrong souls. She wasn't sure how to give you a warning without making you feel sorry. She then wept. She said a prayer. It was bestowed on God. God is currently informing you about this matter. God desires that you spend more time with your mother. It is not always about the specifics, but rather about expressing gratitude, honesty, and affection. She requires your help to alleviate her distress. She needs assurance that you are safe, healthy, and spiritually aware. She has felt fear, and God wants to ease her worries. She prioritizes your well-being over her own. God tells you to stay close to her, heed divine warnings, and trust your instincts in order to respect her spirit. Archangel Michael wants to emphasize this point. Don't ignore your instincts in the coming days. If you dislike the energy emanating from a person, you should avoid them. Do not force yourself to stay in a situation that causes you distress. If you feel spiritual unease in the presence of someone, follow your instincts. God is fortifying your spiritual senses, allowing you to perceive phenomena that your mother has been observing for months. God promises that the truth will be revealed to you without your intervention during this time. Masks will inevitably be dropped. The concealed intention will be revealed. Alignment is currently the best course of action. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Subscribe to this channel to receive more surprises. More profound truths are about to emerge. When paradise speaks once more, you want to be connected. It is critical that you remain under this prophetic envelopment. By subscribing, you make a connection with God. May you continue to guide me in the direction you intend. You claim that in order to ensure your prophetic alignment for the upcoming season, you must immediately click the subscribe button. The actions of those who claim to support you will expose their true intentions. Anyone who tries to harm you will be punished by God. He will elevate you above the things designed to sap your energy. He will bring order to your previously chaotic life. Furthermore, God declares that He is healing your mother's heart by removing her tears. He is relieving her distress. He is relieving the anxiety she has been suppressing. He is giving her the assurance and fortitude that she is safe, secure, and under God's protection. He is bestowing His blessings on her because of the love she has. He is giving her a thoughtful gesture in appreciation for her quiet prayers, similar to what your mother did. God desires that you have faith in Him. It is critical that you maintain the belief that the current situation is intended to protect you, facilitate your development, and clarify matters. You are entering a period of revelation in which nothing will be concealed. Individuals' true natures will be revealed. Things will undergo a positive transformation. Blessings will come unexpectedly. Doors will be easy to operate. It is possible to believe that God is with you. He says it repeatedly. Nothing will go wrong when you're present. You are secure. It is secure for you. You are being guided by God. Your mother's tears have already changed your destiny. Archangel Michael informs you that his wings are extended, his sword is drawn, and he is protecting you with every step as heaven surrounds you. According to God, this message is of the utmost importance and is only for you. As these words approach you, you'll notice a change in the atmosphere. This is the exact moment that heaven chose to communicate with your heart. He states, "Listen, because the information I am about to disclose is something that I have been eagerly anticipating for you to comprehend for an extended period of time." Archangel Michael then speaks in a resonant, steady voice, full of protective energy. He claims that if you could perceive what I see, you would never doubt again. Michael, the archangel, stands with his wings spread, enveloping you in a field of light. His words imply that there is currently an external force exerting pressure on the boundaries of your life. It attempted to enter without your permission, but all entrances have been blocked by the heavens. According to God, your mother's tears have created barriers that the darkness cannot overcome. She cried while you were gone. She wept while you were asleep. When you left the house with a heavy heart, she wept, and those tears turned into living water that flowed around you, extinguishing every fire that was meant to end your fate. Today, God desires that you understand a concept deeply. Your mother did not cry because she was weak. She wept as a result of an incident you were unaware of. She wept because she saw a movement in the spirit world and realized that her prayers were the only way she could be rescued from the chaos. According to God, there were nights when you were restless, unable to sleep, and always anxious. Your mother was awake at the same time, but she seemed unconcerned. She was involved in a conflict. She prostrated before the throne of heaven, invoking your name. She asked God to protect you, guide you, and thwart the plans of anyone who wanted to exploit you for personal gain. According to God, she never stopped speaking. Even though she was too tired to speak, she prayed in her heart. Even when she couldn't speak, her tears spoke for her, and heaven never forgot about them. Archangel Michael wishes to inform you that your mother's prayers have achieved a level of power rarely seen in the general population. She cherishes you in her heart like a flame does light. She does not need to be in close proximity to you to be aware of the situation. She can detect when your energy levels fluctuate. She can tell when something is disrupting your peace of mind. She is aware of negative comments directed at her because her spirit reacts before your auditory perception. According to God, this is not a mistake. In a spiritual sense, this is the love bond that God created between a mother and her child. No, it's impossible to break. It is protected by God. God has stated that He wishes to honor the bond between you and your mother by disclosing the information that she has withheld from you for an extended period. God claims that she noticed something in the way you interact with one another that didn't please her. She saw someone enter your life who was not a good person. She felt a chill beneath their warmth after seeing them smile, converse politely, and express genuine interest in your goals. She was unable to comprehend it. She had no evidence to back up her claim, but she was aware of it. It was an emotion she never forgot. It became heavier as time passed. She stayed awake as a result. It prompted her to say a prayer. When no one was present, she began to cry. According to God, that person has been extremely close to you. They have been observing your weaknesses, areas where you struggle, and areas where you are prone to injury. They have been gathering information about you with the intent of using it against you in the future rather than to help you. The statements they've made about you are unbelievable. You're changing your language, not being clear about your intentions, and gaining attention by making yourself appear smaller. According to God, your mother knew about this before the general public did. She went through a psychological transformation in relation to them. She noticed that they were staring at you when you weren't looking. She noticed subtle tone shifts and illogical narratives. Occasionally, their mask would fall just enough to let her spirit see the truth of the situation. She wept. She wept because she did not want you to be injured. She wept because she knew how much you trusted this person. She wept because she wasn't sure how to persuade you not to do it without appearing to interfere. That is exactly what she did. She said a prayer. She wept. It was bestowed on God. God then declares, "I am now granting it to you." Archangel Michael wishes to assure you that you are not to blame for the dishonesty of others. Rather, he asserts that you should protect the qualities that God has instilled in you. There is something valuable in your person. Others desire what you possess. People are envious of you because you have a calling, a gift, or a purpose. Individuals who cross your path are not always available to help. Some of them are there to watch you. Some of them are here to imitate you. While you are away, some of them are there to take pleasure in your demise. God says your mother witnessed this. The smiles were clear to her. She was not fooled by the kind words. She was able to recognize an act of loyalty in order to prepare you. She bawled because she knew the truth would eventually come out. God declares that you are prepared for this moment. You can hear the sound. You are of sufficient age to handle it. You are spiritually aware and capable of handling the situation without fracturing. This message is currently being sent to you as a result of this. Heaven is a place where no time is wasted. Heaven never communicates too early or too late. Heaven communicates with you only when your spirit is ready to receive the message. God declares that this is the right moment. Archangel Michael advises you to take a deep breath and let your heart relax. You will not be destroyed by the information you are about to receive. It will transport you back to your home. You will be unable to break. It will strengthen you. It won't make you angry. Afterward, your mood will improve. God declares that people are liberated when they understand the truth. Obtaining clarity is a source of calm. To stop being deceived demonstrates fortitude. That is the gift you are currently receiving from heaven. Teal, clarity, power, liberty, and peace. We are almost done with this message. However, I need one final statement from you before we leave. Currently, it is critical to preserve the divine message that has been bestowed upon you. Please leave a comment to indicate that you are available. Instead, I want to be liberated. Rather, I want to be liberated. However, I am unencumbered. Declare that this is now your reality. Declare that this is correct for you. Speak it over your future, relationships, mind, and heart. I'm currently unoccupied. Compose it right away and feel the bonds released. Feel the weight shift away. Indulge in the peace of heaven inside your heart. I'm currently unoccupied. Your mother has been carrying a burden that God never intended for her to bear alone. She has been preventing you from viewing items that she believes would be harmful to your health. However, God assures you that the news will not harm you. You'll awaken. It will allow you to identify previously unobserved patterns. It will help you understand why certain tasks have been difficult, why certain doors have felt stuck, and why certain people appear to be distant despite their proximity. According to God, the person your mother perceived was working in ways you couldn't see. They have given you advice that is intended to confuse you in your current situation. They have been providing you with advice that was designed to keep you from fulfilling your destiny. Despite their apparent sadness for you, they have secretly rejoiced over your setbacks. They planned for you to trip and fall in order to take advantage of opportunities they see as theirs. God said that your mother was the victim of it all. It was ingrained in her bones. In her spirit, it was. She felt remorse every time she saw that person near you. She wept. She wept because she wanted to tell you the truth, but her affection prevented her from doing so. She wept because she wanted to seize you, shake you, and make you see. She did not intervene, however, because she was concerned that she would harm you. While you were trusting, she wept because she was aware of the situation. He then informs them that a burden will be lifted from both of them. Archangel Michael wishes to inform you that preparations are underway in heaven to reveal what has been concealed. Individuals will monitor conversations. The notes will be reviewed. It will become clear where patterns are. The truth will be revealed, not because of a fight, but because of God's perfect timing. That person's actions will reveal who they are to God. No, you will not have to blame anyone. You will not have to confront them. You will not have to show anything. They will naturally emerge because darkness cannot hide forever when there is light, and the light grows brighter as you walk. Your mother will feel relief like she hasn't in months, according to God. When you begin to see clearly, distance yourself from things that are bad for you and take care of your energy and heart. So, she will be able to sense it. It will be clear to her that her prayers have been answered. She will know that God accomplished what she couldn't. She'll realize her tears were worth it. She will finally rest. God instructs her to take a break. It's been too long since her last fight. The distance between them has been too long for her. They weren't supposed to be hers alone, but she's been carrying them around. Heaven is now coming to comfort her. God says, keep being close to her, check on her, and let her know you're okay. This will allow her to find peace. That is all she needs to know. She does not need to be told anything. She wants to see your face. She needs to hear your voice. She wants to experience your love. That's enough for her. That's all she cares about. Archangel Michael wants you to know that your mother is one of the best things that ever happened to you. Yes, she is not perfect. She does wrong things. Things are hard for her too, but her love for you is real. She prays for you all the time. She really does look out for you. God tells you to respect that. Not with big actions, but just by being there. Not with expensive presents, but with real time. Not with empty words, but with real connection from the heart. You're needed. You need her too. That bond is holy. That bond will last forever. That bond is a part of your fate. God wants you to know something else. Something about the way you feel. There are things you have been sensing too. There's been a sense that something is wrong. There have been little signs that don't make sense. There have been times when you feel uneasy for no clear reason. God says that wasn't worried. Nobody was crazy about that. The feeling you had was what your mother has been feeling. That was heaven letting you know. That was God's way of trying to get your attention. You didn't pay attention to some of those feelings because you didn't want to think the worst of other people. You didn't pay attention to some of those signs because you wanted to play it safe. That's okay with God. He knows how you feel. In general, He knows that you are not suspicious. He knows you want to find the good in other people. He also wants you to know that being able to discern is a gift. You should use it more. He wants you to listen to what the Holy Spirit is telling you, says Archangel Michael. Pay attention to the sudden pain or discomfort you feel. Listen to the thoughts that tell you to take a step back. Wait, watch, and pray before you act. That's not a random list. What you see are messages from God. These are safety alerts meant to keep you from getting hurt. That place of wise choice has been home for a month for your mom. God is now making the same gift stronger in you. You will acquire the ability to perceive events from her perspective. He desires for you to experience the same emotions as she does. He is instructing you on how to ensure your own safety, as she has been doing. And as long as you both maintain that level of spiritual awareness, nothing can easily infiltrate your lives. You collaborate as a team. You transform into a force. You transform into a wall of fire that the darkness is unable to penetrate. This is currently occurring, according to God. This is not a guarantee for the future. This is a current reality. As you progress, you will develop a greater sense of spirituality. Things that were previously unambiguous will regain their clarity. Individuals who were previously capable of deceiving you will no longer be able to do so. Things that previously utilized you will no longer do so. You are improving. You are currently being reared. You are preparing for greater ambitions. Your mother's tears have contributed to this improvement, according to God. The spiritual cover was increased as a result of each tear she shed. As she whispered each prayer, your spiritual armor was fortified. Every night she was unable to sleep, and as a result she fortified the ground beneath your feet to prevent it from being moved. You are responsible for more than merely expressing gratitude to her. It is imperative that you are cognizant of her. It is imperative that you observe her. It is imperative that you develop affection for her. Archangel Michael wishes to inform you that your mother is a source of pride for God. She was proud of her strength, her diligence, and her love. Her faith was a source of pride for her. She remained by your side throughout the entire duration. She consistently believed that you would experience favorable outcomes. All the time, she prayed for your safety. Now, heaven is rewarding her by fulfilling her prayers in ways she never imagined possible. You are the answer. Your safety is the answer. The solution is to be explicit. Your future is determined by that response. Tell her that I see her, God says. Inform her that I have every tear in my hand. Inform her that I am transforming her sorrow into happiness. Inform her that I am utilizing her suffering to assist you in achieving your objective. Inform her of your concern for her. Inform her that you have heard her. Inform her that you cherish her more than words can express. According to God, this is a sacred period for you, your mother, and heaven. Prior to its expiration, take action. Contact her. Retain her. Express gratitude to her. Inform her that you comprehend the situation, despite your lack of knowledge regarding the specifics, that she has been transporting a heavy object and that you would like to assist her in doing so. She is not required to express herself. She is not required to exhibit anything. She requires only to be informed that you are aware. She merely requires you to be aware that you are concerned about her. To experience the bond that is exclusive to a mother and child, she must do so only once. The link is on the brink of becoming more robust, according to God. It will become more robust in the near future. It is on the brink of granting you both significant power, and any attempt to harm you will be unsuccessful, as you will unite in prayer, stand together, and rely on God. According to Archangel Michael, he continues to wield his sword. His safeguarding remains intact. His presence continues to be felt in your vicinity. He asserts that no weapon designed to harm you will be effective. There is no strategy that is intended to cause you harm that will be effective. Plans that are motivated by envy will never achieve their objective. You will remain unharmed. You are secure. It is secure for you. A protection that is impenetrable has been sealed by your mother's tears. Go now and find tranquility, God commands. Proceed immediately and rely on my instructions. Please proceed to express your affection for your mother without any restrictions. Now proceed to walk without fear. I agree with you. I have been by your side throughout the entire time. I will never abandon you either. I assure you that this is my commitment. This is the reality for you. This is your reality. Nothing will go wrong when you're present. You're mine. I am also yours indefinitely. Archangel Michael withdraws, yet he remains present to safeguard you. His radiance remains with you. His fire continues to consume anything that is not intended for you. Heaven is so devoted to you that it will never come to an end. God informs you that the moment is now. Acquire it. I really believe it. Kindly experience it. Amen. Before you leave, I have one final assignment for you. It is the desire of heaven for you to assist in the dissemination of this message to another individual. An individual you are acquainted with is experiencing hardship. An individual whose mother is experiencing melancholy in secret. An individual who requires confirmation that you are aware of their tears and are on the brink of making progress. Please transmit this video immediately. Inform your family about it. Add it to your narrative. Inform your groups about it. It is possible to increase the anointing in your personal life by sharing prophetic content. When you provide the breakthrough, you are simply passing it on to another individual. It expands. Your responsibility is to establish a network. Share the news about the miracle of another individual by clicking the share button. Be assured that heaven is observing as you share. It is important to recognize that your obedience serves as a catalyst for progress, not only for others, but also for yourself. You can now depart in tranquility. Share now with confidence. Monitor the actions of God. Before we wrap up this captivating story, I recommend that we take a moment to reflect on this deep reality. This message was not discovered coincidentally. This is not just a coincidence. This is Archangel Michael's direct message to you. He extends his hand and invites you to a high-vibrational, protected community where divine abundance is more than a hope, but a promise. This spiritual idea is quite simple. Nonetheless, it has the capacity to transform your entire life. You will not just gain blessings if you follow it. They will multiply and permeate all aspects of your existence. Accepting this invitation grants you immediate, early access to potent content and heavenly insights that are now unavailable to the broader public. You now have the opportunity to enter a sacred area where you will receive unshakable support, spiritual guidance, and speedy progress towards your destiny. Do not miss out on this historic opportunity. Your triumph is near. This is the only way to assure that you never miss direct, targeted messages designed to improve and empower your life. However, your energy, presence, and attention are already invaluable. Action is required. Your abundance is ready. I am laying my hand upon you now, and with this touch, I am not only unlocking what was locked, but also awakening what was dormant within you. I am activating gifts that fear is silenced, reviving dreams that pain buried, and reigniting flames that tears tried to extinguish. My touch is like fire that burns away chains, and like balm that heals old wounds. You are not here by chance. I myself trace the path of your steps to this very moment. While others were lost in the noise of life, you were drawn into this encounter. And know this, when I touch, nothing remains the same. What people declared lost, I restore. What time I tried to erase,
I rewrote. What the enemy thought he destroyed, I rebuilt twice as strong. Today is not just another day. Today is the day my hand is extended over you, not to accuse you, but to lift you up. And when I lift someone, no force can bring them down. So receive this touch now, a touch that frees, heals, multiplies, and opens the path that was closed. And do not keep this to yourself. Share this word, because just as my hand is upon you, I want it to reach others through your obedience. Listen carefully. I am the God who is never late, who is never mistaken, who never fails. Your tears were recorded before me. Your groans did not go unnoticed. Many thought you were alone. Many believed the silence meant abandonment. But the silence was a strategy. Because while you thought nothing was happening, I had already released the command. I had already set in motion what will change the direction of your story. And in the middle of that command, I raised my warrior prince, the Archangel Michael. He is like the sword that cuts through the impossible, like a wall that rises against the enemy. Michael has already gone out in your defense. Just as he rose in heaven to fight the dragon, so he now fights against everything that tried to stop your victory. Nothing can stop the march of my angels because they carry not only strength, but the authority of my word. Think of walking on a road filled with stones, holes, and thorns. Every step hurts, your body grows tired, and it feels like you will never reach the destination. But suddenly, someone goes ahead of you, clearing the path, removing obstacles, and making the road straight. That is what Michael does when I send him. He prepares the ground so you do not stumble, so you do not give up, so you can see with your own eyes the victory I have already designed for you. You have cried out for an answer and may have thought it would never come. But I tell you now, it has already been released. The decree has already left my mouth, and when I speak, no one can revoke it. Michael and the heavenly hosts carry in their hands what I promised you. There is an invisible movement happening right now that is undoing what the enemy planned against you. The war in the unseen is real, but greater is my power working in your favor. When Daniel prayed, he did not know that principalities were resisting along the way. He was unaware of the battle unfolding in the heavens, but I knew. I saw the resistance, and that is why I sent Michael to ensure the answer arrived. In the same way, you do not see with natural eyes what is being broken right now in the spiritual realm, but I see it. And I declare this. The resistance will not prevail. Michael is already breaking through the barriers that delayed your miracle. My son, my daughter, stopped measuring my faithfulness by human clocks. Stop calculating my promise by circumstances. I am not limited to what you see because I see beyond the horizon. What looks like a delay today will be testimony tomorrow. What hurts now will become the scar of victory. For I am the God who turns tears into harvest, deserts into gardens, and ruins into temples. With every prayer you prayed, a seed was planted. You may have looked at dry ground and wondered if anything would grow. But I sent Michael to water that seed with water from heaven, and what seemed impossible is now beginning to bloom. You may not yet see it with physical eyes, but your spirit already feels it. Something new is rising. Do not be afraid. This is the word echoing from my heart to yours right now. Do not fear reports. Do not fear opposing voices. Do not fear winds of fear. Michael is already ahead of you. The angels are already marching. The answer has already been released. I did not only hear your prayer. I have risen to act. You cannot imagine the force surrounding you now. If you could see it, you would fall to your knees at the sight of the army I placed around you. They are like walls of fire, like torches burning in the night, lighting the way and driving away every shadow of oppression. I care for you. I guard your steps. I have commanded that no evil has authority over you. Your story does not end in pain. Your journey does not end in the valley. The chapter I am writing now is one of triumph, victory, and open doors. Michael does not come only to fight, but also to announce. The season of waiting is over. The promise is arriving. This is the beginning of the great turning point I prepared for your life.
Do not look back with regret. Do not look at the present with fear. Look ahead with faith.
For I, the Lord, have already marked the path, and Michael has already opened the doors. I know the human heart often trembles at the news it receives. Fear slips in quietly, trying to steal peace, sleep, and even faith. But I tell you now, do not be afraid. The Archangel Michael has already received the order to fight on your behalf. He is not sent on small missions. When the spiritual battle is intense and the answer must be secured, he is the one who rises. Michael is already in motion, cutting the enemy's cords, tearing down invisible strongholds, and opening the way that once seemed closed to you. My voice today is like the sound of many waters, refreshing your weary soul. Because you prayed and wondered, did God hear me? Will the answer come? I tell you this, before you even finished forming the question, I had already inclined my ear. Before the word reached your lips, I already knew the intention of your heart. Delay does not mean forgetfulness, and resistance does not mean defeat. Many times the answer travels through spiritual paths where there is opposition. It was so with Daniel. It was so with many who sought me sincerely, and it is so with you now. Picture a battlefield with me. Opposing forces raise their banners in pride, believing they can stop what I have already decreed. They line up like armed armies, creating strategies, setting traps, raising walls of darkness. But on the other side, Michael appears. His presence is like fire. His flaming sword cuts through the air, and every strike dismantles evil decrees. No resistance can stand against the authority I have given him. Exactly this, is what is happening right now because of you. How many times have you walked through life feeling as though you were on a narrow street, surrounded by high walls that kept you from seeing the horizon? The enemy tried to convince you that you were trapped with no way out. But when Michael arrives, he climbs the walls, tears down bricks, opens cracks of light, until suddenly what looked like a prison reveals itself as a passage. You will see with your own eyes the walls collapsing, and what was once a corridor of fear becoming an avenue of victory.
Understand this. I am not a distant God who watches the suffering of my children from afar. I step in, I come down, I command heaven to move toward you.
When you feel you have no strength left, it is I who sends help. When you think there is no solution, it is I who open the sea before you. Angels are my messengers, my invisible swords, sent to ensure that the promise is not lost along the way. Michael does not fight alone. Behind him, thousands upon thousands of angels move in unity, each one with a specific mission, each carrying fragments of my will in their hands. Some are assigned to protect you from dangers you cannot see. Others are already touching the hearts of people who will be part of the fulfillment of the promise. Still others work behind the scenes of your life, aligning circumstances, adjusting timing, preparing connections. All of this because you prayed, because you cried out, because you trusted. Think of a house being built. At first you look at the empty land and see nothing. Then the foundations appear, but you still cannot see the final result. Walls rise, the roof is set, details are shaped until the work is finally completed. So it is with the answer I released, step by step. My angels are building what I promised, even when you cannot yet see the fullness of it. Michael is overseeing this work, making sure nothing deviates from the plan I designed. You must learn to look beyond what is visible. Your natural sight sees only fragments, but my sight sees the whole. It is like looking at a tapestry from the back. You see loose threads, tangled colors, knots that seem meaningless. But I see the other side, the complete image, the perfect design. What looks like confusion and pain today will be revealed tomorrow as a work of art. Michael is ensuring that no thread is lost, that every detail of the weaving reveals the greatness of what I have prepared. Do not let the voice of fear become louder than my voice. Fear is like a thief that sneaks in, planting doubt and feeding insecurity. It says it will not work, that you are forgotten, that it is over. But I tell you, fear is a liar. The truth is, it is already done. Michael is already fighting on your behalf. The decree has already left the throne, and victory is certain. Remember when Israel stood before the Red Sea. Behind them was a furious enemy army. Before them, a sea that seemed impossible to cross. To human eyes, there was no way out. But I told Moses to lift the staff, and the waters parted. Today I tell you, lift your faith. Even if it seems there is no path, Michael has already received the order to open the sea before you. What seemed impossible will become a passage, and what was impassable will become a bridge. You may have lost sleep, worried about bills, medical reports, or relationships that seem to fall apart. But I am a restorer. I am the one who takes the broken vessel and remakes it in my hands. Michael is already gathering the pieces, putting back what was out of place, preparing the scene for complete restoration. You will see doors opening where there were walls, hearts turning toward you where there was rejection, and health springing forth where there was once a diagnosis of death. Never underestimate the power of a sincere prayer. When you bend your knees and lift your voice, heaven moves. It is like an arrow released, cutting through the air and striking its target in my heart. I never reject a broken and humble heart, and I never ignore a genuine cry. Your prayer was that arrow, and I have already answered. Michael simply ensures that nothing steals that answer along the way. Look at how things work in the natural world. When you send an important letter, there are processes before it reaches its destination. It is received, sorted, transported, and finally delivered. During that time, you do not see where it is, but you trust it will arrive. So it is with the answer I released. You do not see every detail of the journey, but Michael is already the appointed messenger ensuring it reaches you. Do not be deceived by apparent silence. Silence is not absence, it is preparation. While you think nothing is happening, I am already moving the pieces on the board. I am the great strategist, the one who writes history in advance. Michael is the general who carries out my orders in the spiritual field, and nothing will prevent the completion of what I have already determined. You were not forgotten. You were not left behind. You were not abandoned. On the contrary, you were chosen. You are the object of my love, heir of my promise, a precious child guarded by my hand. Michael fights for you, not because of your merit, but because I decided to love you unconditionally. There is a future prepared, full of hope. I did not plan ruin for you, but life. I did not write defeat, but victory. I did not script tragedy, but testimony. Michael simply ensures that you reach your destination intact, protected, and strengthened. He fights not only external enemies, but also the inner voices that try to weaken your faith. When you feel you cannot go on, remember this: you are not alone. My spirit is within you, and Michael is around you. You are surrounded by love and power. Your prayer was not in vain, your cry was not ignored, and your faith will not be frustrated. Now close your eyes for a moment and imagine this: thousands of angels marching toward you. Michael at the front, his sword raised, his presence shining like lightning. Behind him, a heavenly multitude,
Singing songs of victory, advancing in perfect order.
every step they take is like thunder shaking the enemy's structures. Every strike of his sword breaks invisible chains. Every movement brings closer the answer I have already released for you. This is not fantasy, nor empty metaphor. It is a spiritual reality. You may not see it with natural eyes, but your soul already feels the weight of the glory that is approaching. The air is already different. The atmosphere has already shifted because Michael has entered the battle and nothing will remain the same. I will tell you more. The enemies you see today, you will never see again. What torments you will be scattered like smoke in the wind. Darkness will not withstand the light I have sent. Fear will not withstand the courage I am placing in your heart.
Doubt will not withstand the certainty of my word. The season of waiting is turning into a season of harvest. The season of tears is turning into a season of laughter.
Night is turning into morning. For Michael does not fail, my angels do not retreat, and my word never returns empty. Everything I promised will be fulfilled. Hold on to this truth with all the strength of your soul. Do not be afraid. I am with you. Michael is with you. Heaven has opened over you, and the answer is already on its way. You have been waiting for many things.
At times you believed the promise was too great to come true. At other moments you nearly gave up, thinking time had taken hope away with it. But listen to my voice now.
The miracles I prepared for your life will not only arrive at the right time, they will come in ways you never imagined. The blessings that are coming will not be small, not ordinary, not predictable. They will be so unexpected that you will remember every day that only I, the Lord, could have done this. The Archangel Michael continues marching ahead of you. He not only fights spiritual forces, but also prepares environments so you can live what once seemed impossible.
I am the God who surprises, who opens doors where there are no locks, who brings water from the dry rock, who sends manna from heaven when there is no bread on the earth.
You will witness miracles that were never part of your calculations because this is not about human logic, but divine power. Imagine walking through a desert, exhausted, your feet cracked by the hot sand, feeling you have no strength left to take another step. Then suddenly, in the middle of the sand, an oasis appears. Fresh water springs up before your eyes, palm trees offer shade, and life is reborn where there was only dryness. That is how the blessing I will send will be. Unexpected, arriving at the moment you think you can no longer endure, yet sufficient to renew your faith and transform your journey. Many doubted you. Some judged you incapable. Others believed your story was already over. But I have prepared miracles that will leave everyone astonished, not only because of what you will receive, but because they will see my mark on you, my signature, the proof that I am the living God who acts and responds. Do you remember Peter when he cast his nets into the sea? He had fished all night and caught nothing. His heart was tired. His hope
was fading. But when I said, "Cast the net on the other side," something unexpected happened. The boat filled with so many fish that it nearly sank. It was a miracle he no longer expected, yet it arrived at the exact moment. So it will be with you. Where you already tried and failed, I will send a miracle that fills your life with abundance. Do not look at your hands as if they are empty. I am the one who multiplies the little, who turns 5 loaves and 2 fish into food for thousands. Michael is already arranging the heavens, moving circumstances, preparing the ground. The unexpected will become routine in your life, and you will see my hands working in details you never thought mattered. Understand this truth. Miracles will not come only in great things. They will also come in small gestures, in details only you will notice. You will see doors opening effortlessly, people appearing to help you without explanation, solutions arising in impossible situations. This is so you know that I care for you in every detail. I am the God of great works, but I am also the God of small surprises that warm the heart. You asked for answers, and I have already released them. But beyond that, I prepared surprises you never even dared to ask for. Because I am a father, and a father always desires to give more than the child expects. I will not only meet your needs, but also the hidden desires of your heart. Those dreams you kept in silence, thinking they were too small or even impossible, I know them. And Michael is already bringing the key that will open the doors for those dreams to become reality. I am the one who turns tears into celebration. The tears you shed in silence were not in vain. Each drop was like a seed planted on my altar, and now the time of harvest has arrived. This harvest will not only be joy, but also unexpected miracles. You will see the restoration of what you lost, and also the multiplication of what you never had. Remember Job. He lost everything, children, possessions, health, but in the end he received double of everything he had lost. The enemy thought he had won, but did not know I had already prepared a glorious ending. In the same way, you will see restoration in areas you believed were dead. What seemed lost will be restored in surprising ways. I am preparing for unexpected encounters. People you never imagined will come near to bless your life. Doors you never thought would open will be thrown wide before you. Paths that seemed closed will suddenly open. For I am the God who surprises, and Michael is already preparing the stage for the spectacle of your victory. You may look around and see only disorder, but within this apparent chaos, I am aligning everything. What looks like a mess today will become testimony tomorrow. What hurts now will turn into joy, because unexpected miracles do not follow human logic, but the purpose of God. You will see healing where there was no hope. Medical reports that once brought fear will be reversed. Where they said impossible, I will say done. Michael is already fighting against the spirit of sickness, already breaking chains that imprison your health. You will witness the miracle in your own body, and everyone will see that I am the Lord who heals. You will see restoration in relationships. Where there was distance, I will place forgiveness. Where there was hatred, I will place love. Where there was silence, I will bring reconciliation. Michael is already tearing down the walls that separated hearts, and you will see homes being rebuilt, families reunited, and bonds renewed. You will see provision where there was only lack. Bread will not be missing from your table. Doors of provision will be open, and you will live the miracle of abundance. Just as Elijah was fed by ravens in the middle of the drought, you too will be sustained in unexpected ways.
Michael has already opened the heavens and the manna is on its way. Do not limit my work to what you already know. I go beyond that. I am a God who specializes in surprising. You will see doors opening in areas you never pursued. Opportunities will arise out of nowhere. People will seek you out to offer help. Paths will be prepared without you having to move a single stone. This is because I am the God who moves the invisible, so the visible can be transformed. Know that every surprise I have prepared has a purpose to strengthen your faith, to show the world that I am with you, and to testify that the impossible is possible. Michael ensures that none of these miracles will be stolen, that every blessing will arrive safely in your hands. Now imagine a gift wrapped and placed before you. You do not yet know what is inside, but you already feel the anticipation. This is the season you are living in now. I have hidden gifts prepared for you, and soon I will open each one before your eyes. You will be amazed, because you were not expecting something so great. And when these miracles arrive, remember one thing: they are not only for you. They are also that others may see and believe. Through what I will do in your life, many will understand that I am real. Your victory will be a living testimony. Your blessing will be a powerful message. So do not lose heart. Even if the journey feels hard, even if the battles are intense, do not be afraid. I have already given the command. Michael is already in motion, and the miracles are already on the way. They will come like sudden rain on a dry day, like sunlight breaking through after a long night. You will be surprised, and your mouth will be filled with laughter. I say it again. Prepare yourself. The harvest will be greater than the seed, the answer will be greater than the request, and the miracle will be greater than the expectation. I am a God who does exceedingly more, and Michael is ensuring that every promise is fulfilled. You stand before me now, and I declare, this is a time of prophecy over your life. I, the Lord, rise to speak to you clearly and directly. What I give you is not only comfort, but eternal decrees that cannot be revoked. Listen carefully, because every word that comes from my mouth today is like a seed that will grow abundantly in your future. I prophesy that days of shame will turn into days of honor. What the enemy used to try to disgrace you will be the very place where I will exalt you. Those who laughed at your pain will witness your victory. What looked like defeat will become the stage of my miracle. I prophesy that doors will open before you in supernatural ways. Doors that have been locked for years, doors that people said were impossible, I myself will unlock. Michael already holds the key, and no lock will resist. You will enter places you never imagined, gain access to spaces that once seemed unreachable, and live opportunities that go far beyond your qualifications. I prophesy that the heavens will open over your home. There will be peace where there was conflict, light where there was darkness, laughter where there were only cries. Your family will be touched by my presence, and you will see salvation arrive in unexpected ways. Michael is already tearing down the spiritual barriers that stood in the way, and every heart will be reached by my love, because there is a financial blessing with your name on it that's been held back in heaven. And today, I come as a righteous judge, as a caring father, as the Lord of promises, to declare what's been held back will now be released. They've made you think it was your fault, that the door didn't open because you weren't good enough, that the answer didn't come because you made too many mistakes, that the blessing was lost because you messed up. But I'm not a God who plays with the hearts of my children. I don't give and then take away.
I don't lie. I don't make promises and leave them empty. If I told you it would come, then it will come.
But there are times when heaven has to fight for what belongs to you.
Because there's resistance. There are accusations in the spiritual world trying to block your harvest. There are cursed words spoken against your name. There's envy, bindings, family openings. And today I've come to warn you, it's not that the miracle was lost, it was held back. And the name that's holding up the release of this blessing is yours. Not because you've done something wrong, but because your name carries a story. It carries a lineage. It carries spiritual battles that began even before you were born. People in your bloodline made agreements you never knew about. Alliances were made in the dark with the intent of gaining money, fame, power, control. And today, part of what you feel as lack doesn't have to do only with your own life, but with deep spiritual roots that have been trying to steal your harvest. That's why you feel like you work, but never see the results. Like you try, but don't move forward. Like you plant, but always reap less than you expected. Because there's a shadow on your name. An invisible mark that cries out in the spiritual world, he cannot prosper. I declare that until you are fully blessed, heaven will not rest in the name of my beloved Son, Jesus. With the majesty of my power, I proclaim the removal of every hardship and suffering that is right now crossing your earthly journey. Just as the dawn drives away the shadows of the night, so will the light of my grace drive away the dark clouds that have been covering your path. No affliction will ever be greater than my ability to deliver and restore you. As the one who commands the stars and directs the winds, I have already ordered that your life be marked by a new season of blessings and joy. Let me guide you, and you will witness the greatness of my faithfulness. Heaven is listening to your cry, and the forces of heaven are working tirelessly to see you fully blessed. Right, I believe, if you believe my words and are not ashamed to lift me up in your life. But it is I who come to break this sentence. It is I who come to rewrite your story. It is I who come now, with the book of life open, your name written among its pages, to declare before heaven and earth, this is my son, this is my daughter. And everything that was held back, everything that was stolen, everything that was blocked, will be restored with interest and honor. I myself untie the knot. I myself break the accusation. I myself clean the name. Because what was born to be a blessing in your life can no longer stay in captivity. Do you remember the promises you received? Those words that were released when no one else knew your pain? Do you remember the dreams I gave you in the middle of the night? The signs I showed you when you were thinking of giving up? None of that was an illusion. None of it was your imagination. It was all me planting hope, me building a path, me preparing your heart. Because I knew there would be resistance. I knew the battle would not be easy. But now the time has come. Now it's time to release what has been locked up. And for that, I brought you here. Because your faith will activate the miracle. You need to understand something deep today. The spiritual world doesn't respond only to need. It responds to faith, to posture, to obedience, to surrender. And right now, as you listen to my voice, something has already started to move. Because I am unlocking accounts. I am clearing personal records. I am erasing debts you didn't even know were still tying you down. I am breaking curses that have been following you like a shadow, trying to dim your light. Because your light shines brighter when you understand who you are in me. And today I declare, your name will be restored. Your honor will be given back. And the financial miracle with your name on it will be placed in your hands. Nothing was lost. Not a single prayer of yours fell into the void. Not one tear you shed in silence went unnoticed. I saw them all. I heard every plea. I know every hidden pain. And that's why today I am here. Not as someone distant, but as a father, as a God who cares, as a Lord who notices. And I come to ask you for something. Keep your heart steady. Don't let tiredness steal your hope. Don't allow the voices of fear to shout louder than my voice. Because now is the time to believe, to take your stand, to declare with faith, I believe that what is mine is on its way. If you felt this word touch your soul, if something inside you moved as you heard it, don't ignore it. That is the testimony of my spirit in you. It's the confirmation that this word is yours. And I ask you, plant this faith now.
Like this video. Comment with courage. Say, I believe the financial miracle with my name on it will be released.
Share it with someone you love, with someone walking through the same desert. Because every time you share a word from above, you become a bridge for a miracle in someone else's life. And I tell you more. Your house will be visited. Your name will be honored.
Your family name will be redeemed. Because what I'm doing isn't only for you, it's for your whole generation. What used to be shameful will be remembered as a miracle.
What used to be debt will be remembered as provision. What used to be a stained name will be remembered as a name of honor. Because when I decide to step in, even your enemies will have to recognize it was the hand of God. And it will be visible. It will be undeniable. It will be so big that even those who envy you won't be able to deny it. That's why I say, steady your steps. Raise your expectations. Prepare your documents, your plans, your faith. Because what's coming will need space. It will need preparation. It will need boldness. Don't doubt what I can do. Because when heaven opens, even the impossible becomes normal. Even the unlikely becomes routine. And your routine is about to change. Because there is movement in the heavens. There are angels taking their positions. There are doors being unlocked. There are resources being released. All in your name.
All for my name. All for my glory. You have endured more than most people can imagine.
You've gone through nights of anguish without showing it. Smiled so no one would worry. Stayed silent when all you wanted was to scream. And yet you stayed strong. Carrying old dreams, old promises. Words given to you so long ago, they now seem almost too distant to ever happen. But I don't forget. I don't take back what I declare. I don't forget the one who cries out with sincerity. And that's why, even though everything tried to make you stop, you are still the target of my promise. If you knew how many moves I've already made just to bring you to this moment, you would cry tears of gratitude. Because there were deliverances you didn't even notice. There were paths I redirected to keep you from ruin. There were doors that closed not because I rejected you, but because I was protecting you. Not every delay is negative. Sometimes the time you call a delay is the time I call alignment. I had to align bigger things. Connections far away. People who weren't ready yet. Situations that needed to mature. And now everything has reached the right point. There is a financial release with your name written on it in the spiritual realm. It's not generic. It's not for everyone.
It's yours. Specific. Personal. Planned. Heaven has already authorized it. The angels have already been given the order.
But there was a spiritual obstacle. A resistance that had to be broken. Because while you thought it was just about money, I saw the whole picture. I saw the weight this blessing carries. I saw the eyes watching you, ready to steal. I saw the hearts close to you, but filled with wrong intentions.
And if I had released it before the time, it could have ended in disaster. That's why today I tell you, now it's time.
Now the ground is ready. Now your inner strength has been built. Now your soul has matured. Now you'll know what to do with what I'm putting in your hands. There is an angel assigned to act on your behalf. He is already moving. He will touch systems, names, files, decisions. He will bring to light forgotten amounts. He will unlock what was being held back by papers, processes, or mistakes that weren't yours. He will move the hearts of people who owed you and never came back. He will create situations where your name will be remembered with honor, with gratitude, with recognition. Because the miracle won't come only through spiritual means, but also through natural ones. What is supernatural will manifest in your daily reality. What was promised in the Spirit will show up as contracts, transfers, gifts, offers, proposals. You will understand that everything was prepared by me. Because I don't just unlock what is yours. I also prepare you to receive it. I give you wisdom to manage it. I give you discernment to recognize traps. I give you peace so you can sleep soundly even when the winds blow against you. Because true prosperity is not just having money. It's knowing that what you have comes from my hand. It's being certain that nothing and no one can take away what I have released over you. Your name was spiritually blocked, but now I clean it. I seal it. I carry it before my angels and declare, "This is my beloved son. This is my honored daughter." And no one will touch what belongs to them. No one will manipulate what I have prepared. Because this is a season of restoration. Everything that was denied, diverted, forgotten will be brought back. And it will be returned with honor, with abundance, with testimony. And you will know how to recognize it. You won't fall into the trap of pride. You won't say, "It was my strength." You won't think, "It's luck." Because your spirit has already been trained to recognize my hand at work. You will learn to manage this new season with reverence, with gratitude, with purpose. Because this is not just about money. It's about destiny. It's about answers. It's about relief. It's about promises fulfilled. It's about a miracle carrying your name, your story, your tears, your hidden prayers. That's why I ask you, do not abandon your faith now. Do not give in to exhaustion right when the answer is so close. I have kept you all these years, even on the days you thought you were alone. I didn't let your home go without. I sustained your family. I preserved your health. I kept your mind steady. I even brought you this word today to reignite the hope that was almost gone. Because your story will not end in debt. It will not end in lack. It will not end with closed doors. It will be remembered as a testimony of faithfulness, as living proof that the God who promises is the God who fulfills. If you feel that this word is coming straight to your heart, then declare it with faith. Use your voice right now. Say, "I receive this word. My name will be honored." The financial miracle carrying my identity will be delivered. Comment below. Like this video. Share it with someone who has also been waiting for years. Because when you move in faith, you align yourself with heaven. When you publicly testify, you activate angels that act on your behalf.
There are riches that haven't been touched yet because you still didn't understand how much I've entrusted to you. But today, as you align with my heart, I give you keys, spiritual and natural keys. Keys that will open doors that previously refused to open. Keys that will unlock documents, projects, debts, properties, inheritances, investments, all with your name. Everything that was hidden, held back, shelved, I am delivering. And you will see with your own eyes what for so long seemed impossible. It will come from where you least expect, from sources you never imagined. People who had forgotten you will be moved by me to seek you out. Business owners who crossed your path and did nothing will now feel the weight of my hand pushing them to bless you. Banks, institutions, public offices, everything will move because heaven has decreed it, because the throne has decided, because your name is now sealed with my promise.
And no one, absolutely no one, can erase what I have written over you.
Have you ever felt like something big was about to happen, but something always stopped it at the last moment? Have you wondered why, even with so much effort, the right doors always seem to close? Now I will tell you why. It wasn't a lack of faith, and it wasn't your fault. It was a battle in the spiritual realm. It was resistance rising up, because what I have to give you goes far beyond what your eyes can see. It's not just an amount of money. It's not just a financial answer. It's a release that will change the course of your entire family line. There are things that belong to you sitting in other people's accounts. There are promises meant for you that are in the wrong hands. There are transfers that were spiritually diverted. But I am the God who sees everything, who searches everything, who records everything. And today, out of love for your name, out of faithfulness to the covenant I have with you, I bring back what was unjustly taken. I will rewrite the history of your financial life. I remove invisible accusations that were placed against you. I undo the sentence that said you would never prosper. Hell knew about your destiny and tried to stop you early. That's why so many doors closed when you were still young. That's why you faced battles at work, losses, humiliation, broken promises, slander. It was all part of a plan to discredit your identity. But I never abandoned you. Even when no one believed in you, I believed. Even when you thought everything was lost, I saw a future. And now, in this time, I have chosen to restore your financial honor in front of others. You will witness the supernatural entering your door in the simplest ways. An unexpected phone call. An old offer was brought back. An old process suddenly resolved. A name that nobody remembered will now be remembered. Because I am the Lord who honors names. I am the God who writes stories with details. And every detail of your walk has my fingerprints on it. Every step you took in faith, even tired, I noted. Every coin you sowed, even in times of lack, I received as a holy seed. Now it's time for harvest. The financial miracle with your name on it was written in divine ink. And neither time, nor envy, nor cursed words, nor human injustice has the power to erase what I have decreed. What is yours, no one can steal. What I have prepared, no one can undo. Divine justice is manifesting. The clouds of scarcity are dissipating. Heaven is opening over your life like never before. And I am making you walk in the newness of life. In a new season. In a new cycle. But hear what I'm telling you. When the blessing arrives, don't forget where it came from. When the money is deposited, when the deal closes, when the resources are released, don't lose yourself. Don't take your eyes off me. Because the enemy doesn't just want to steal your prosperity.
He wants to steal your gratitude. But your gratitude is what keeps heaven open. It's what activates a continuous cycle of provision. It's what keeps your name tied to my promise. So, be faithful. Honor the little, and I will set you over much. Manage with reverence. Share with wisdom. Build altars with what I give you. Help those walking through the desert you once walked. Be a channel of blessing, not a stagnant cistern. Because the more you let it flow, the more I will multiply. This is the math of the kingdom. Whoever sows generously reaps abundantly. And you are called to overflow. I see your heart. I see that you're not waiting for this miracle just for yourself. It's for your children. It's for your home. It's to give dignity to those you love. It's to honor those who helped you. And that's why I trust this release to you. Because I know your heart has been shaped in the fire. Because I've seen your faithfulness even when everything seemed to fall apart. Because I know you're not chasing vanity, but redemption. Not applause, but comfort. Not luxury, but sustenance. So prepare your spirit. Because what's coming will require emotional, spiritual, and practical structure. You'll handle larger amounts. You'll need to take bold steps. You'll need to manage with wisdom. And I'm equipping you even now. I'm training you in the unseen. I'm preparing you not just to receive, but to sustain the miracle. Because what's arriving now will not be temporary. It will be continuous. It will be building. It will be a legacy. And I want you to declare this now. Not just with words, but with action. If this word has reached your heart, plant faith. Like this video. Right below, I received the financial miracle that carries my name. Share it with someone who needs to hear this. Someone who may have been waiting for an answer for years. Because you will be a prophetic voice in someone else's life. You will be the one who announces God fulfills. God releases. God never forgets. I, the Lord, tell you, your waiting was not in vain. The time of restoration has arrived. And your name, which once carried the weight of lack, will now be remembered for testimonies of provision. Where they once said, "That's where the struggle lives," they will say, "That's where a miracle lives." Where they once said, "He never gets out of the tight spot," they will say, "He was lifted up by God." I will honor you in a visible, real, and tangible way. Because my time has come. And when heaven determines, the earth obeys. Do you remember when you thought about giving up? That night when everything seemed to fall apart around you, and no one had any idea of the battle you were fighting inside. I was there. I saw it. I saw when you looked up with tears in your eyes, not even knowing what to ask because the exhaustion had already stolen your words. And even without saying anything, your soul cried out. And your cry reached me. It was not in vain. Nothing was in vain. Every tear, every prayer, every act of faithfulness in the midst of lack was counted. You didn't live those hard years for nothing. What the enemy thought would be your ruin was the fertile ground where I planted your harvest. Now the time is different. The season has changed. The cycle has been broken. I am releasing what has always been yours, but was being held back for spiritual reasons. And even if the enemy tries to resist, he can no longer stop it. Because the order has already been given. The blessing already has a destination, and it carries your name. Your spiritual identity has been claimed by me. The accusations that were against you have been canceled. The debts that were suffocating you have been annulled before my altar. What man could not resolve, I have resolved in the unseen. And now you will see the fruit in the visible. Your documents will be unlocked. Your records will be cleared. Your reputation will be restored. Even banks that once denied you credit will have to offer you what they once refused. And you will know this is not the work of a manager, a system, or luck. It is the answer to prayer. It is the fulfillment of covenant. It is a miracle reserved for the right time. And that time is now. Many will look and not understand. They will ask, how? They will question, where did it come from? They will try to explain with logic what is the work of the supernatural. But you don't have to prove anything. Your testimony will be your answer. Your smile will be the sign that heaven has moved. Your peace will be the mark of my presence. Because when I bless, it's complete. I don't bring pain. I don't bring confusion. I bring direction. I bring honor. I bring rest. And you need to know, this financial miracle will not come alone. It is just the beginning of a complete turnaround. Other areas that were stagnant will also begin to move. Broken relationships will begin to be restored. Projects forgotten in old drawers will come back to life. Ideas that once seemed impossible will now have resources. Because I don't just release finances. I release meaning, purpose, destiny. And everything that was prepared against you will be shamed by what I am about to do. The enemy tried to silence your voice, tried to steal your strength, tried to sicken your faith with frustration, but he did not succeed. Because even standing wounded, you kept praying. Even in silence, your soul cried out to me. And I heard. I always heard. And now I come as your Father, your provider, your God of promises, to say, the time has come. What was blocked now moves. What was impossible now opens. What was held back is now released. But there is something you must do. Do not pull back. Do not doubt. Do not accept living as someone with a rejected name, a forgotten name, a cursed name. Because I am giving you a new name in the Spirit. Called, chosen, honored, blessed. Where they wrote failure, I am sealing with victory. Where they called you debtor, I call you provider. Where they tried to label you forgotten, I declare you the target of my favor. Your family will be impacted. Your children will see what it means to trust in me. Your home will be a sign that I am the God who honors those who honor me. Even those who mocked your faith will see with their own eyes that I never abandon my own. You will be lifted up in the midst of a crisis. You will prosper while others retreat. You will be sustained where many fall. And all of this will be based on one certainty. Your name is in my hands,